This movie is called The Angry Black Girl and Her Monster, which is about a girl who brings her brother back from death. Now, even though that's the name of the movie and that's what you see on this movie, that is not what this movie is about at all. It's way deeper than that. Now, I don't care what people say. Anytime you bring somebody back from the dead that's in a movie, it represents a demon. Because the Bible made it very clear that the dead know nothing. For the living know that they shall die, but the dead know not anything. Neither have they any more a reward, for the memory of them is forgotten. Also their love and their hatred and their envy is now perished. So when people say they be having dreams of their loved ones talking to them, saying stuff to them, know that that is not them that are talking to them. That is not them. But if you've been watching this movie for entertainment purposes, then you missed the whole message. Like I said, this movie is not about some monster killing people. This movie is about us. The monster represents us, black people. They telling you and they showing you how black people is under a strong delusion of being programmed to oppress their own people. They showing you in small little clips like this scene when she talking to the kids about the school system and how they teach lies. You know, she was talking about Christopher Columbus and how they said he discovered America, but really he was a murderer and a rapist, according to history. And then she holds up this book. The book she's holding up is a Malcolm X book. Malcolm X was a revolutionary, a Muslim minister, a prominent figure during the civil rights movement. If you're reading a Malcolm X book, your way of thinking is going to be different from how they want you to think. This is why she said what she said about Christopher Columbus. Then when she gets to the dinner table, she's talking more and more like Malcolm X. Read this. That system that you don't care about, been robbing us of our culture, our name, our identity, our history. They got us out here killing each other. And this is the topic of what the movie is all about. When she say they, she's referring to the system and white racist folks. That's why they got the cop arresting the monster. Okay, this scene right here speaks volumes. You gotta look at the deeper meaning. It's the white hand over the black hand. Remember, the black person is the monster. The monster represent black people. So when you see the white hand over the black hand, this is symbolic. This represents how black people are mentally slaved and programmed by the system. Remember, as he was arresting him, he called him a monster. Even at the end, the little girl asked her, she said, why did he hurt everyone? And she replied and said, because they called him a monster. And the reason he did it is because he believed it. Also, in the middle of an argument she was having, she said these words, I mean, the gun was never meant to be a tool of death. They used to make beautiful fireworks in China with it. Now, ain't that something? That's quite interesting. If guns was invented in China and used for fireworks and war conflict, then how in the hell it became the #1 weapon for us to use on each other? Who programmed you? Who programmed us to purchase a gun not to protect ourselves but to unalive each other? How did this become a thing if this was invented all the way in China for war purposes and fireworks? Who shipped these guns over here? Who put these guns in the projects? Who moved these guns in our neighborhoods? Now you should fully understand what this movie really represents. It's about the programmed people, us. Please don't ignore the scene where the little girl is saying her alphabets. This is not just a cute, innocent scene. This scene represents programming. Remember, it was the little girl who taught the so-called monster how to talk. And ain't it ironic how she stopped at the letter V? V, when she so-called brought the little girl's mother back. The name of her son that's in her stomach, his name was Victor. that starts with a V. She also mentioned another name, Einstein. Einstein once said this: "I know not with what weapons World War III will be fought, but World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones." Another thing you notice about this movie, they're quoting things from Malcolm X. They're quoting things from Albert Einstein. But not one scene they quoted anything or taught anything about the Bible. Everything was about man and how men think. And this, my friend, is how they program you to think a certain way. It goes all the way back to the educational system when we was young. We are being taught a bunch of lies and taught things that they want us to know. Like, for example, the church has been infiltrated with lies and false prophets. If we are saying Jesus was born on December the 25th and believing all these holidays come from God, we are programmed. If you in 2025 still saying that you're waiting on the rapture, which is not biblical, you are programmed. And some people don't even have to go to church to get programmed by this. They can just make a movie about it and people go believe it. If you really think your vote counts, you're programmed to think that way. And then they hit you with all these social media sites that's full of false prophets and people with their own opinions and people who acting like they're teachers and so educational, and people follow these people without doing their own research. Programmed just by them saying things and they believe it. The angry black girl and her monster is not what it looks like. It's a shot straight at America. It's letting America know you created the monster. What I am doing is reprogramming the monster, releasing him from the chains you put him on, and putting him back in the mind state that he was supposed to have been in the first place. That's what this represents. I already pointed out the message in this movie. Now I need to point out the disrespect. Bro, this is why Hollywood, the movie, the whole entertainment industry does not match with the Bible. They cannot get along because they disrespect the Bible. Even though it's a deep message within this movie, people will overlook that and be more entertained by the fact that she's bringing her dead brother back to life. She's bringing a dead person back to life, bro. This is mockery and disrespect to the creator, bro. See, movies like this inspire people to believe they have the ability to do things like this. And this is why a lot of people to this day play like they God. Only God can bring people back from death, not us. See, these days people think they so smart because they go to all these schools and these colleges and they graduate and they get all these degrees and they read all these books. All of a sudden they think they know everything and the Bible is below them and they got all the answers to everything. That's the issue that's going on in this world today. It's funny because there's no Bible in this movie. It's just a book of Malcolm X and Einstein. And then there's this book called The Modern Prometheus. Prometheus is known as a Greek mythology god that's known for creating humanity or helping humanity, which is why she thinks she has the same knowledge as this mythology god and can bring people back to life. She's inspired by Greek mythology, just like a lot of you people are. Again, how you gonna have a book of Greek mythology and not a Bible in your house? People probably gonna say, bro, she don't believe in the Bible, that's why. But they prayed to God. When they was finished to eat, they all bowed their head and she said the prayer. She said, as you can see, Lord, thank you for this food. Now when she said Lord, you probably say she could be talking about anybody. But then he said, you're going to say the grace, and there's only one that grace comes with, and that's Jesus Christ. But even then, look how she disrespected Jesus in this scene. So she's walking around saying that she can cure death and all that stuff. And then she says this to her. Look at what she said. I'm going to bring Jesus back from the grave and cure death. See, it's one thing when you think you can bring somebody back from death to life. But it's a whole nother thing when you think you can bring Jesus back, the source of life, the one who gave you life, the one who defeated death. What makes you think you can bring him back when he already been risen? Now that was supposed to have been a joke, but that's what the entertainment industry is. This is what they do. They joke and they disrespect and they play with the Bible and they get paid lots of money to do it. And they always use certain people to do it. I call these people sellouts because they do that, and then next thing you know, they'll make a quote out of nowhere on their little social media about the Bible and about God. But you disrespected him in the movie. Say, y'all remember that Missy Elliott video, 1 Minute Man, about going to the hotel and all that? It'd be cool if that's what it was about. But that's not what it's about, bro. It's more than just a hotel. You gotta peep the symbolism. One of the biggest symbols in this video is the clock. When I first used to watch this video, I thought it was about how long a man can last in the bedroom with a woman. So it's about the time. He's a 1 minute man. Nah, it's deeper than that. See, the clock simply represents how long it takes to take your soul. It takes a minute. Ludacris symbolizes a deity that's taking their souls. You see him rocking them to sleep, even that is a symbol. And there go the clock. He's not rocking them to sleep, but putting them to sleep, because this is the process of taking the soul. The twirl in their eyes represents that they've been hypnotized in order for them to take the soul. So you remember that one verse when Ludacris like, their body start to leaking? Yeah, that don't represent what you think it represent. They represent that he's taking their soul. See, Missy Elliott in this video is not just somebody dancing around singing. She represents a goddess. And I know you see the hat that's covering up the one eye, and you already know what the one eye represents. Like I said, this is more than just a hotel. Matter of fact, it's a dungeon made to look like a hotel. A dungeon of soul snatchers. So fools think they come into the hotel to have a good time. Little do they know, they getting their soul snatched. And like I said, Missy Elliott represents their goddess, and the people behind her dancing represent her minions. They are snatching souls so she can create an army. She even showing you who she is. She definitely not human because she took off her head. She's a goddess, bro. She's an evil one at that. If this is not demonic, I don't know what is. Bro, she took her head off. I know people go look at the video, bro. It's just a video just to make it look cool. Nah, bro. You gotta look past that. But peep the clock, though. You see the clock? You see how fast it's spinning? Look, right there. See, every time this rooster or whatever the hell coming out this clock, coming out, and this time on her hand spinning fast like that, it's because it's letting her know how many souls are being taken at that moment. Even in this scene, it's not what it looked like, but it is what it looked like once you open your eyes. Yes, a soul is getting snatched, bro. No different than the movie Get Out. It's the same process. The cup that the lady had in her hand represented the time. All it took was a minute to get him out of his body. In the same way, that's all the time it takes to hypnotize these people and snatch their souls. Look at the man on the wall. These are not for decorations, bro. This represent the man who got their soul snatched. She's using them as lamps. Look at their attire and what they got on. The clothes from 1,000 years ago. This is a dungeon, bro. Look at Trina. She got the clock. Clocks everywhere. Not only the clocks, she got the sand time. And not only that, look at the wall. It's made out of a puzzle, letting you know that this is put together to look like a hotel. It is a straight up dungeon. At the end of the video, you see Missy Elliott. All of a sudden, her and her team are dressed in these war uniforms. You know what I'm saying? Like they're about to go to war. Like I told you, she's building the army with the souls that she's getting. Remember in this video, get your freak on, get your freak on. She's the same deity. Now you see this swamp dungeon looking place that she's in? This represents how it really looks. This is how it really looks. But she made it look like a hotel just to get their attention. And all the people you see that's white as snow, those are the ones who got their soul snatched and replaced with something else. She did the same thing to the men. Look. Now look at her. In the other video, she took her head off. Now she's stretching her neck to make her neck look like a snake. Like I said, it's demonic, bro. Just like that, what was that lady name with that mythology? Medusa. I think her name Medusa. She had the snake hair. Yeah, that's what she represents. That's what she is. Something like that. Like I said, she's building the army. And what you call this right here? What is that, some type of command? Bro, this is how she chooses her soldiers by rank. She giving him authority and making him commander-in-chief to lead the crew. So yeah, it's more than just a hotel, bro. Soul Plane, another movie full of harmful stereotypes to entertain the masses so we won't get the message. And this movie is full of harmful stereotypes. But it's funny and entertaining. And as long as we see it that way, we will never see what they putting in our face. Have you really paid attention to his character? He represents a bomb, and that's in the eyes and the lens of another race. This is how they look at the black man. And when I say black, I'm not talking about the skin color, I'm talking about the style, because black is a style to me. Black people, there's no such thing as black people. Black is the absence of color, but yet they say colored folks. So how can you be a colored folk and be black when black is the absence of color? Like, for example, they only label you as black when you have on a chain, the latest gear, rings, headband, hat, backwards, or rag on your head, something like that. Now look at this white kid. He has the chain around his neck, he has the latest gear, he has his headband around his head, and he talk with this hip hop swag. Now we're not gonna call him black, but we will say he's acting black. And if you say someone is acting black based on what they're wearing and what they are saying, then that means anybody, anyone can be black. That's how you know being black is just a label that they program us to say and to think as we live our lives, because that's the agenda. But yeah, back to Nashawn. He was nothing but a bomb in this movie, and they showing you what a bomb do. Even what happened to him on that plane is suspicious. I think he knew something was gonna go down on that plane. Nashawn, I don't know how to tell you this, bro, but you know the plane that you're on is full of racist people? That's why all that stuff happened to you, bro. Yeah, that had an end for you and your dog, bro. That wasn't no accident what happened to your dog. They killed your dog, bro. Now, in order for that to happen, a special button had to be pushed. Look who pushed the button. Oh snap, that's the same lady he just had an altercation with on the plane.
Chicken or beef stroganoff? I had chicken. To it and smoke. That was her last chicken. I'm afraid I just had stroganoff. So why would you ask me what I wanted?
Bro, that had an end for him the moment he stepped on the plane, bro, with his dog. Look what he said about his dog, bro.
Sir will take good care of it. Where sir will take good care of it.
We go take good care of him. Y'all already know what that meant, bro. This dude looked like a psycho killer. And then homeboy just threw the damn dog. Bro, Kevin Hart is on a racist plane and he didn't even know it. Look, bro, everybody, they all Caucasian people. Not a black person in sight. You on the wrong plane, bro. And did y'all catch how homeboy sitting behind him looking? Bro, look how his eyes looking at this man. He looked like he wanna kill him. But like I said, bro, this is a game he playing. Dude know he was on the wrong plane, bro. He knew that. He knew something was gonna happen to him, bro. It was all a scheme just to get some money, a lot of money. Bro, even his girlfriend knew he was a bum, trying to think of a way to get some money. She knew all about this scheme that he was doing. Think about it, bro. Why would a girl who looked like this waste her time with a bum like this. Bro, he has no job. He don't got nothing going for himself at all. Her daddy even know it, bro.
And now they offering you a full scholarship. You telling me you're not going because of some little poof-butt ass nigga who can't even keep a job? Some little poof-butt ass nigga who can't even keep a job.
Y'all heard him? This old pooped ass Negro can't even keep a job, bro. What makes you think a woman would want to be with somebody like that? A woman who looked like this, bro. All that crying time I ain't going to go to school and she don't want to leave. Bro, all that's false, bro. What really is going on is that she know that this dude is scheming, trying to find something to get paid. So that's the real reason she's on this plane, bro. She know homeboy rich now. Out of all planes, she get on this one. Bro, she just coming on this plane for the money, bro. Just like this woman. Cause she even said it.
He looks so good. She looks great. And he's paid. And he's paid.
And he's paid. Bro, these girls ain't going nowhere, bro. These are gold diggers. I already know what they gonna say next. Bro, what about the engagement ring? Bro, the engagement ring is a front. How else she was gonna get him to fight for her, bro? It's all a trick. Bro, this dude represent a straight up bum. They ain't doing nothing but showing you a representation of a so-called black person who spend their money on trash when they don't have nothing going for themselves. Bro was rewarded $100 million, bro. I bet y'all saying, bro, he started an airline. He purchased an airline company. What you saying? Bro, the only reason he purchased this airline company, just so he can pimp out a damn airplane. Bro, he put rims and hydraulics on a plane, bro. See, this is the type of stuff we do when we get our income tax check. We buy blades and rims and Jordans. Yeah, I know it's meant to be funny, but this is a huge slap in the face, bro. This is not a plane, bro. Ain't no plane. This is a plane. Man, they got a damn club or bar or whatever the hell you want to call it on the plane, bro. So this is how they look at the black man who so-called don't have nothing going for himself in life. Grown as hell, but childish as hell in the mind. This is what they think of you. When you get money, your money is gonna go on trash. You're not gonna do nothing productive. You're not gonna do nothing that's gonna invest you, your family, benefit you in the long run. You're gonna just blow all your damn money. That's what they saying. They gonna be saying, bro, he owned the airline company, so he gonna be making a lot of money. Bro, who in the hell in their right mind gonna be getting on a plane that's doing that? The hydraulics is damaging the damn plane. Based on him having all these things in this plane, bro. Like, it's a whole mall in this plane, bro. Based on you seeing all this stuff, bro, it should show you where his head at. And it should show you that this was a money scheme, bro. The movie is called Booty Call, but it's not about a booty call. See, there was 3 assassination attempts. 3. But they was failed assassination attempts. See, your boy Jamie Foxx in this movie is a womanizer. See, every woman that he has contact with, he's thinking about them in a sexual way. Now, he's not doing nothing wrong. This is what a womanizer does. They try to get as many women as they can to have sex with them. The only problem is Vivica don't like womanizers. Like she said in her own words, men are only good for one thing.
Like I said, they're only good for one thing.
So when they was sending them out on errands, they was intentionally doing this. One was doing it because she was using it as a tool to see how far her man would go for her. And the other one was using it to assassinate this womanizer. See, when they shot up this store, this was the assassination attempt. These bullets was meant for the womanizer. See, if you go back and pause it, look, the dude who he was pointing the gun at who was robbing the store, he's nowhere to be found, bro. So who is he pointing at? He was pointing at your boy, what's his name? Buns. See, it's made to look like he pointing at the person who robbing the store, but this is all a play. As you can see, the dude ducked, and he's still pointing the gun, bro, right at your boy Buns. But as you can see, they got on the floor, and he completely lost control of the damn gun and ended up shooting up his own damn store. See, this is how you know these are not real shooters. They was put up to this. Bro, look at homeboy over here. He pulled out this big ass shotgun and he ain't even aimed it at nobody, but shot it anyway. Look, what the hell he shooting at? Boy, straight shooting air. Attempt failed. Second attempt. Bro, what the hell? See, this is an unrealistic scene right here. I don't think it's nobody this dumb enough to do this. But let's go with it. So he wrapping himself with some saran wrap, suffocating himself, right? Like he don't know what the hell he doing. So this is all fun and games to the woman who he with, cause at the end of the day, she saved him by poking the hole so he can breathe. But if we go be realistic, bro, he could have poked his own damn hole in there and start breathing, bro. His hands was free. Bro, all he had to do was take his hand and put his finger towards his mouth and poke a hole in it. But like I said, she freed the man. But your boy Buns was wrapped up like a damn mummy, bouncing around like a fool. Now this is the second attempt she tried to assassinate him. Bro was about to die right there. How come she didn't poke a hole in it? Because she wanted him to die, bro. She the one who wrapped him up. He didn't wrap himself like that. Bro, look at him. His whole body is wrapped up. This really is terrifying, bro. This is her doing, not him. And the whole time she was laughing. No concern on her face at all. In the meanwhile, everybody else was looking like, damn, he almost died. The third attempt is when they was trying to get a cab. They was all set up to assassinate him as well. See, she had the cab driver in on it too. Think about it, bro. Why would this cab driver just randomly pull out a gun on somebody who's trying to get a ride, bro? And then he pulls the trigger, nothing happens. Bro, this is all Vivica's work. This is her work, bro. This is just another failed attempt. See, she knew all the gangsters from Chinatown. Matter of fact, she even knew the Godfather, bro. The fact that she told Buns not to approach him just shows how much of reach she has and how she was able to make all these assassination attempts. This is what she does to womanizers, bro. She uses them for sex and then tortures them or have them assassinated. See, she represents good and this one represents evil. See, this sexual whip she has in her hand doesn't represent anything sexual in the bedroom. This represents torture. Torture of womanizers, bro. Did y'all pay attention to all the traps she had, bro? Who you think was setting all these traps? Who you think cut this dog leash? This was cut, bro. It didn't just break loose. This was all done on purpose so they can chase the dog and run into the next trap, which is the door opening up. Boom. Who you think doing all this, bro? This is all a setup. See, Buns' homeboy actually had a good woman on the side. But Buns, on the other hand, since he's a womanizer, he picked the wrong woman. This woman represents evil. So you gotta think of her as a spider that's waiting on her prey. This is her web, and this is her lunch. That's what this represents. The movie Money Talks, everything you see with Franklin is exactly who he is. Everything he doing is him. But it's some people on here who ain't who they portray themselves to be. Homeboy right here is not a cop. He a crime boss. Mr. Cipriani, this is a crime boss. Mr. James Russell, acting like he's some damn news reporter. The whole time, homeboy is a cop, bro. You mean tell me out of all the stories this news reporter can get, he worrying about a hustler? A hustler, bro. Out of all the stories he can get. That's because he's trying to get this man in jail because he's a cop. Don't be fooled by the white van because it has the channel 12 on there. Bro, don't be fooled by the uniforms either. These are cops, bro. Look at him. He even walking like a cop. You can tell by the way he wiped his nose and they arrested him. Homeboy is a cop, bro. Bro, since when do news reporters give cops the orders to arrest somebody? Because that's what he just did. Right, and this news reporter just happens to know how to get out of handcuffs without a key. Yeah, this is a cop, bro. They trained to do that in case of emergencies. Even when he was driving Franklin home, he pointed out the stakeout. Like, how did he know exactly where they was gonna be at? Something that a cop would point out, because he's a cop. That's what they do. They stake out. And don't forget about the man in the vault who had all the guns. And remember, he was talking about the guns as if he knew about all these guns, bro. And that's why he asked him, "You sure you're not a cop?"
Sure you're not a fucking cop? Yeah, I'm sure I'm not a goddamn cop.
And then he says, "No, I'm not a cop. I did a report on street weapons." Bro, he is lying. He know about all these weapons because he is one of them, bro. He's a cop.
Sure you're not a fucking cop?
And don't forget about the bombs. He knew how to set the bombs just like a pro, bro. Dude is highly trained, and he is definitely not a news reporter. Now you're probably asking yourself, so if he is a cop, why would he go through all this trouble getting this man locked up? See, he specifically went after Franklin. Why? Because he's funny, he's down to earth, loud, outspoken, knows the game of hustling and making his own money, his own profit. He knows how to get out of dangerous situations. He had a lot of connections and had his own suppliers to supply him with merchandise. He even knew all the big time gangsters. He loved all that about him, and he knew all that about him. This was right up his alley. Remember, he was getting married. Before he got married, he wanted to go out with a bang. It was on his bucket list, to-do list, or whatever you want to call it. That's what he wanted to do before he got married. So it was like a thrill to him. You know how some people want bachelor parties and all that? Well, what he wanted was Franklin, because he knew Franklin was all about action and all about drama and all about adventure and all that, bro. And that's exactly what he got. Who you think he got to help him set all this up for him? Of course, it was the crime boss. See, his ears was plugged to the streets, so he knew all the gangsters and all the gangster things that was going on in the streets. See, he already knew about this dude because the people to the streets told him already. They gave him the information what was finna go down in that prison bus. Because, like I said, he represents a crime boss, so he know all the gangster things going on. And of course, the cop that was in his back pocket, which was Mr. Russell here, is the one who strategized for him to be chained up to this man. He just so happens to be chained to the man that's gonna end up escaping the prison bus. Out of all people, he's chained to him. That wasn't no accident. This was done on purpose. See, they knew Franklin would do anything for the love of money. So once he heard that 15 million, they already knew that he would do anything for it. They knew he would pay attention to all the details and find a way to get to that money. See, this little deal they had going on was dangerous, but it was between both of them. So they had to make this look real as possible. So the arguing with the mother and the daughter, he was just acting. As long as he got what he wanted and he was happily married to his daughter, that's all he cared about, bro. So him being held for ransom, having guns pointed at his forehead, getting shot at and chased in the streets, getting chased by mobsters looking for diamonds, getting pushed up in the cold ass water. He did all those dangerous things for the fun of it, because he was doing it for the thrill. That's all he wanted to do, and he'll do it again. Why? Because he's rich. This is what rich people do. They have crazy fantasies like that.